between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check pass.
Again, they run it, and right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Crisp. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Moore, the man in motion. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Operating from the gun, Crisp. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
His pick is good. Next to score, Panthers 7, Buccaneers 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Crisp for Marshall. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On the ground, McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from a yard out, and the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the
32. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Russell Gage. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47.
In motion right is Evans. On play action, they'll throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2nd and 11. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run. Here
comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Lions stuck up on for the field goal of 44-yard attempt.
Succop's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
18, 5 years.
Back to throw. Crisp. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 22 yards there, a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Another completion there. And what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Go, Reed, go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Buccaneers 3.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles again.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's fielded at the 45. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Come on. Hey. Buffalo 18. Let's go. 19 White.
Throwing to start the drive. Crisp. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
To throw on 2nd down. Crisp. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Panther 11! Panther 11!
The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This is brought in at the 21, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. On 3rd down, a run from White. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he fields it cleanly. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Crisp. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Crisp. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
19 tight. 19 tight.
From the gun on third down. Crisp forced out to his left. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll go with the keeper, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Crisp over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Hey, smash. Drag him 60.
Operating from the gun. Crisp. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Crisp. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A heck of an effort there on the scramble, leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Buccaneers 3.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Panthers will get the football back. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Taking on the midfield logo. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Going on the ground, it's White. Room here to run. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra.